Turning to comments and requests of council, Mr. Reardon.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have a few items tonight. I'd like to welcome, we understand we just in process 10 new firefighters. And they're Sean Mott, Chris Godoy, Chris Workman, Jason Doherty, Michael Durfus, Ed Schwaysdell, John Chavez, Tommy Rhodes, Jeremy Baker, and Nick Fields. I'd like to welcome them to the city. Also, I found out on the way in tonight, one of the customer service reps down in the lobby is leaving us tomorrow. Her name is Kirsten Bradford, and she's leaving to attend college in Oregon. How did that happen? Okay, well, we thank her for her service as well. Also, I would like to mention to the audience tonight, the Commission on Disability Issues has some vacancies. I want to welcome Mr. Larry McKim from the West End Commission, who's going to serve as liaison from that body to Cody. And we welcome you, and Mary Tangway is here tonight from Cody. Welcome aboard. I'd like, the mayor mentioned at a work session recently that we ought to remind folks who live on Fort Huachuca that they're eligible to join most of our commissions, and the Hatch Act, since we're nonpartisan here, does not forbid that from happening. So I would like to emphasize that to our friends and neighbors who reside on Fort Huachuca. Please feel free to apply for these vacancies. Now, coming up with Cody, that's the commission I'm liaison to, we have some exciting things going on. First of all, we are reviewing the city ordinance on parking for the handicapped. We're going to make some recommendations to the city staff and manager and the council on that coming up shortly. Also, we're going to be assisting the council to prioritize the deficiencies that have been noted in the Americans with Disabilities Act for our streets and roads. And that's an item that appears on our strategic vision. So we're excited about the opportunity to do that. This is sort of typical of what Cody will be working on for the next year. And also the 14th of October, mark that in your calendars, will be our Disability Day Luncheon at the Windermere, and details on that will follow. That's all I have, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
Mr. Blanchard has nothing. Let's take it to Mrs. Husking, Mr. Johnson, and then Mr. Mueller.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just wanted to say thank you to Megan Sneary and John Start of Parks and Leisure for putting on sort of an impromptu but very wonderful production of As You Like It from a traveling troupe that came out of Prescott and traveled to 20 cities around the state. It was just a great time to just pull up your chair and watch a wonderful on the lawn production of Shakespeare, which was a lot more fun than reading it in the classroom. So I hope we have more events like that. I want to thank Jim Cooper of our Environmental Affairs Commission for his service. He has joined us and had a lot of good ideas. He's moving on, and I want to welcome back Bernie and Paul to the EAC, but also to let you know that we do have 3 openings, and so if you are interested in joining a commission, as Tom Reardon says, please feel free to either fill out an application online or come to City Hall and fill out an application, or just attend one of the meetings to find out whether you would really enjoy being on this commission. I also have an opening on the West End Commission, which meets at the Landmark on the 2nd Monday of the month, and I also have one opening at the Convention and Visitors Bureau that meets at the Oscar Eroon Center on the 3rd Wednesday. So if you're interested at all in serving in a wonderful way in the city, I encourage you to apply. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll plug my commissions here real quick. We have 2 openings on the Youth Commission for our citizens aged 13 to 18 years old. The Youth Commission meets the 3rd Tuesday of the month at 6 o'clock at the Community Center, and it's a great opportunity to become involved in the city. And I'd just like to take this opportunity as well to thank the citizens of Sierra Vista for the show of support in the primary election last week. I want to especially thank my wife Marcy and my son Zachary and daughter Liberty and the city staff. I look forward to working with you the next 4 years. It's been a great experience. We have a lot to offer, continue to have a lot to offer as a council, and look forward to that. And what was I think very eye-opening over the election cycle this past few months is that reaffirms that we have a tremendous city, we have a great community, and that people are, as we see tonight by those of you staying in the audience, are more than willing to become involved and get engaged with the community. And we look forward to that happening over the next 4 years too. Thank you, Mr. Ray.
I guess I'll start by echoing Dr. Johnson's comments about the election. I also want to thank the electorate for giving me the opportunity to serve for another 4 years. Next thing I want to do is thank the Knights of Columbus and all the other service organizations that do great things for our community, and it does make the city a great place to live. The last announcement is the Arizona Library Association, which will have a big dinner and to-do on 10 December up in Phoenix area, has announced that their winner of the prestigious Rosenzweig Award, which is their biggest award, this year will go to the Library Services Director of the City of Sierra Vista, Mr. David Gunkel. So congratulations, David.
It's great news. Good, David. The final announcement that I have is I have it on good information from the fire chief that in an hour at the Veterans Memorial Park on Buffalo Soldier Drive, Veterans Memorial Cemetery on Buffalo Soldier Drive, the ceremony to recognize 9/11 being put on and sponsored by the area fire and police agencies will take place, and apparently the sun will not be in our eyes, but they'll have the chairs dry for us. So hope to see everybody over at the Veterans Memorial Cemetery on Buffalo Soldier at 6:30. With that, this meeting is adjourned.